What's good, peeps? We're about to talk Fury Usyk. Base doesn't think it's going to happen, which is crazy. Base is in the building, people. Do me a favor. The channel, his channel, the link is in my description. Hit the subscribe button, please. We're trying to grow his channel to 1,000 subscribers. He deserves it because he came all the way to the big boy studio. Base, why don't you think it's going to happen? Why do you not think, even though Tyson Fury's done his Instagram post and said, that's it, guys, I'm disappearing. Nav's going to control my Instagram and my social media. I'm getting into fight mode, but you still think there's a spanner in the works?
I do. I mean, again, this goes with me getting some info that, like maybe other people don't have. But remember when the AJ negotiations were happening towards the end of last year?
For Fury, AJ, okay, yeah.
Now, I've been told by several credible sources now that basically when they were sending contracts to AJ, they were purposefully sending those contracts in a pretty bad state, so they had to be cleaned up. And you know, when those countdowns, those deadlines were taking place, it was a case of you're not going to be able to get it all in the shape it needs to be in time for the date that was to take place. So with this one, all right, you've got most of the stuff out of the way, but you've also got the WBA breathing down their necks at the minute. And it's the same situation what happened with AJ and Wilder back in 2018, which is why he ended up facing Oleksandr Usyk. And I just feel like something's going to happen where the contract isn't signed and the WBA is going to say, all right, you know what, you've taken too long, like, now face Dubois, or we're gonna petition that, or whoever's next if he can't fight because his knee's sort of injured. So maybe end up going to the IBF and Philip Pergovic.
You know what's interesting about that? Firstly, I think you're wrong.
Okay.
I think the fight happens. I genuinely do. But I will say this, though. As it stands right now, and we're filming this Wednesday evening, people, as it stands right now, there's been no official announcement of Tyson Fury versus Oleksandr Usyk. I mean, Oleksandr Usyk can say he's in training camp, and Tyson Fury can say, you know, I'm going into incognito mode. I mean, there's no official announcement. We've not seen anything. We've not seen a fight poster. There's not been no contracts. Nothing has happened. So for the biggest fight we're going to see in the last few years, 5 weeks away, and there's been no announcement. Yeah. So I'm, you know, as much as I want to believe, and I think this comes from a place of wanting to believe it's going to happen, you might be right. Yeah. You might be right. I mean, you could be another Nostradamus.
I want to be wrong. Like, I legit want this fight to take place. Like, I want Usyk to fight for Undisputed. That's all he wants for his legacy and everything he's achieved. He deserves that. But we know that these things very rarely happen the way we want them to happen.
Why is Tyson Fury stalling this then? Because I look at Tyson Fury, and I have to be honest, this looks like a guy, look, I know he's greedy. Financially, I know he wants as much money as possible. But I've never looked at him as someone that is scared of someone. But there seems to be something about Usyk where he stalling it for a reason.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because Sugar Hill Stewart is in America and not here training him. I don't know what the issue is, but Tyson Fury is clearly stalling this. Clearly.
Yeah. Now, do you know what? Right. Here's the thing, and I think I've said it on some of your videos before, on other people's videos. When we say the word scared, we look at it from our mentality. Civilians who, you know, live everyday lives, and we have genuine fears of whatever. So fighters, they get scared, but their fear is different to ours. So someone like Tyson Fury, in my opinion, he's not scared to get beat up by another man or to lose in that sense, or, you know, to have a fight. He's not scared to have a fight with someone. What he's scared of is to lose the perception that he's created for himself, lose the standing. So right now he's supposed to be the greatest heavyweight on the planet,
the Gypsy
currently.
King.
Yeah, Gypsy King, the best ever. That's his moniker. He can smash anyone, no problem.
Yeah.
If he has a fight with Usyk that is anywhere less than a total domination beatdown, beats him, you know, knocks him out cold within 5-6 rounds, all of a sudden the narrative is, oh, well, you can't be as good as we thought you were because this guy who you keep calling a blown up middleweight has just come and given you a hard fight.
Giving you hell.
And he doesn't, I don't think he wants that on his name. So it's a case of, he's like, okay, I think I can beat this guy, but it's just a lot more work than I'm willing to do for maybe the money that's on offer. I would much rather just take an easier touch for the same money.
Yeah, as he's been doing. No disrespect to my boy, Mr. War Chisora. Easy touch, big money. Dillian White, easy touch, big money. All of a sudden, similar amount of money, ain't no easy touch, right? I mean, again, he would have taken his fight in the Middle East because we're hearing now near 100 million.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden it's like, okay, I'm going to get a fifth of that. to fight the same guy. No, I don't know. I don't want. No, I'm not taking this risk to fight him. So maybe there is an element of that. I was saying to someone that if Usyk were to fight Fury and win, there's so many ifs in this, but if he were to do it and become double undisputed in cruiserweight and heavyweight, having gone into everyone's backyard to win those titles, we're gonna have an all-time great discussion.
Have to 100%.
Yeah, cool.
I mean, I already think that he's like of the modern era, because I can't, I'm not a historian to the point of I can go to the
Spencer
20s.
Fury and stuff.
Yeah, I'm not Spencer. Shout out to Spencer. I saw him earlier on.
Spencer.
But like with regards, like in terms of the last 25 years, last 30 years since I've been alive, no one's done a run like that. No one is double undisputed in under 20 fights or
crazy.
coming up to sort of 20 fights. It's crazy.
That's
like,
crazy when you think about that, actually. And you're not like, it's not like, no disrespect to your Kambosos or your Devin Haney, where you fight someone and take all their belts. He's gone in this individual. Like I'm taking you know, especially in the cruiserweight run, it was individual belts.
Yeah.
No one had two. He went and took single
Gassiev
belts.
had two. Yeah.
Gassiev had two. You are correct. Yeah. So
but
what he's doing is crazy.
He took one, took the other, took the last two, then even took the emeritus from Tony Bellew, because remember he was the WBC emeritus champion.
Yeah.
Took that from him.
And then you've got to fight the biggest name in boxing, AJ. Beat you. Okay, let's do it again, just to remind people. Beat you again.
Yeah.
And now I want to fight the biggest heavyweight out there. The Gypsy King. I'm running to you.
No soft touches.
No soft touch. 70-30, let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, look, Chaz Witherspoon was literally it was DAZN's introduction.
Yeah.
Got the stoppage. Chisora, big name, build up the brand, you know, big numbers.
Worked well.
Big numbers on pay-per-view. I mean, let's not forget, he's done more pay-per-views than Tyson Fury in this country. So when we talk about that whole 70-30 and who's bringing what to the table, we can't dispute or disregard the effect that Usyk has, because if you remember AJ when he fought Pulev, when this is bearing a time when there was no big time boxing, there was no one around.
COVID.
Yeah, he did about 800 to 900,000 with Pulev. He goes to Usyk and does 1.2. So you can't tell me that the guy's a nobody if he's doing that much of an increase on the pay-per-view buys.
Yeah, and let's not forget, we don't know Tyson Fury's pay-per-view numbers. I mean, they say Chisora Fury did 500. I'm not having that.
Yeah, no, because they said that the Dillian White one did roughly about 400, and I'm pretty sure that Chisora wouldn't have done more than that when it was a fight no one wanted.
Yeah.
But even outside of that, I just think that if your pay-per-view numbers are good, you release them. DAZN never used to release any numbers until they did a million pay-per-views.
Until they're good, you release them.
Exactly. And it's like you're releasing 94,000 at Wembley, but you don't want to release pay-per-view numbers. To me, that just says that something's off.
Yeah, I think, there's a lot off with the Tyson Fury show. But one thing that isn't off with him, and I think we've got to give him his respect, is that this guy a bloody good fighter.
Yeah,
he's a really good fighter. Like every time I pick against him, and what I've noticed as well is there's been a change in his style, and that's because his legs have obviously slowed down. There's a lot of weight now. I saw a picture of him for the Klitschko fight, and this guy was lean. He was a lean machine. And I was like, well, is that what he looked like? It almost surprised me a bit. Yes, we know he's not body beautiful. He's not AJ. He's not Deontay Wilder. Now he's obviously put a lot of weight on. He's got that tire around his belly, so now he stays in the pocket. And all of a sudden, he's sitting on his punches. Like he's actually hurting you. Yeah. Like the way he hurt Chisora and knocking out White, this guy can hurt you as well. So he's adapted his style over the years as well. Got to give him credit for that.
No, I mean, I do. Look, as much as I don't particularly care for Tyson Fury as an individual, like boxing-wise, yes, I give him his credit. The one caveat I always say to that, though, is that he doesn't always take like the toughest tests for me to say, okay, you are legit this, because I've always said it. Wilder, hardest puncher. Everyone knows boxing-wise, fairly limited. Yeah. So if you're a good boxer, you get around that. You fought him 3 times. Chisora obviously isn't that big of a moniker. You fought him 3 times. Klitschko, we give you that unlimited respect, but it is what it is. How many others are in there for you to say, okay, yeah, he is actually what he says, rather than the perception of he just does it and he's undefeated? Because that's what it is. It's like when you remember that there's Schwartzes in there, Pianettas and Safaris. I won't necessarily put Wallin in there, but you know what I mean? It's like there's just not enough of these top 10, top 15 guys for me to say, boom, okay, yeah, you are actually super that guy, rather than just navigating yourself into a position.
Yeah, and the worst thing about him not being enough as well, or not there being enough, is that there's enough fighters out here for you to really start to pad that record. There's enough guys within the top 15, Hrgovic's. You know what I mean? There's guys out there that you could, Michael Hunter's, just to really get the numbers up a little bit. So I'm with you, and that's why we want to see the Usyk fight, Because then it's a case of, okay, Wilder, Klitschko, Usyk, solid.
Yeah.
Right now it does look really, really thin. It does. But look, I hope it happens. I hope you're wrong. Hope your prediction is way off. And April 29th, we are going to get to see Tyson Fury versus Oleksandr Usyk for the undisputed heavyweight titles. If they walk to the ring, take my money now. Take my money now, because I think that is going to be one hell of... Who wins?
I'm going Usyk.
Yeah, but you're going Usyk because you don't like Fury?
No. The thing is, I understand the issue and the challenge that Usyk is facing, but I'm going with the person that looks like they want this more. So to me, sometimes heart will get you places, and I just think Usyk wants it so much more than Fury. He's gonna grind. He's gonna find a way to grind it out more than Fury will, in my opinion.
It's funny because I've gone against Fury 3 times and I've been wrong 3 times. I can't go against them anymore. I just can't. I've done it and I've been embarrassed. I said Klitschko. I remember when the Klitschko fight was made, I was like, Klitschko, you ain't got a chance against Klitschko. The first Wilder fight, I was like, Wilder going to kill him. So I'm not going against Fury. But look, I hope that we can both be here April 29th discussing it, because it would be the biggest fight of the year, no doubt, for me, if it does happen. Remember, subscribe to Base's YouTube channel. The link is in the description. We are trying to get the channel past 1,000 subscribers. Every subscriber helps. I've always said, go over there, watch it. If you don't like it, don't subscribe. But at least go over there and give it a go and watch it, because we are trying to grow the boxing community. All right, we're going to see you on the next one. Peace.